Hello everyone! This section is for molds. Filamentous fungi. After learning this section, you should be able to differentiate between hyphae and mycelium. Compare and contrast different spore morphologies. So let's see the morphology of filamentous fungi. The filamentous fungi consists of two parts, the mycelium and the spores. Filamentous fungi develop multicellular branching structures known as hyphae, which are connected filamentous of vegetative cells. You can see the picture on the right. There is hyphae. The picture A shows inercetic. This is a septate hyphae. You can see the nucleus in a big cell. There are no septate. The picture B shows hyphae divided into cells by septa. We call this hyphae septate hyphae. Integrated masses of hyphae are called a mycelium. Each hyphae is about 3 to 10 micrometer wide. Fungal reproduction. Reproduction in fungi can be either asexual or sexual. Asexual spores are formed by the aerial mycelium of the fungi. When these spores germinate, they become organisms that are genetically identical to their parent. The formation of asexual spores often accompanies asexual reproduction and is usually used as means of dispersal. There are many types of asexual spores, each with its own name. I will give you 5 names. First is sporangial spores. Second is conidiospores. The third is Atheroscles, and chlamydospores and plastospores. So let's see the spores. The first is Virginal spores. Virginal spores are formed within a sporogenium at a hyphal tip. You can see the picture on the right. There are many spores on the tip. This is Atheroscles. Atheroscles, also called Atheroscles. They are formed when hyphae fragment through splitting of the cell wall or septum. This is conidiospore. Conidiospores are arranged in chains at the end of a conidial ball. They are spores that are not enclosed in a sac, but produced at the tips or sides of the hyphae. This is chlamydospores. Chlamydospores are thin-walled cells within the hyphae. You can see the picture. Around the spores, there is a thin-walled cell. This is plastospores. They are produced from a vegetative mother cell budding. Look at this table. It shows asexual spores of filamentous fungi and the representatives of each kind. You can see the first chlamydospore. For example, mocha belongs to chlamydospore. And you can say Atheroscles. The geospore belongs to Atheroscles and Conidiospore. The famous Aspergillus niger and Penicillium natatum belong to Conidiospore. And the last is spongy geospore, such as rhizopus. They are different in the location of spores. Colladinal spore, atheroscles, and continual spore, they are external, and the spongy spore is internal. Then the sexual spores. Sexual spores result from the fusion of nuclei from two opposite mating strains of the same species of fungus. Organisms that grow from sexual spores will have genetic characteristics of both parental strains. Let's see the steps. Sexual reproduction consists of 3 phases. The first, a haploid nucleus of a donor cell is plus penetrates the cytoplasm of a recipient cell. This phase we call it plasmogamy. Then the plus and minus nuclei fuse to form a diploid zygote nucleus. This phase we call it karyogamy. And then by meiosis, the diploid nucleus gives rise to haploid nuclei. We call them sexual spores, some of which may be genetic recombinants. This phase is meiosis. There are several types of sexual spores: oospores, zygospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. Maybe you are familiar with ascospores. Yes, yeast, we have learned before. It produces ascospores. Zygospores are large, sink-walled spores, formed when the tips of 2 sexually compatible hyphae of certain fungi fuse together. This picture shows zygospores. On the right, you can see hypha of minus mating type and hypha of plus mating type. They refused, and gametophyte formed. Then a zygote is formed. At last, you can see the zygospore formed. Basidiospores. These single-celled spores are borne on club-shaped structure called basidium. You can see there's a mushroom, and you can see the basidiospores on the club-shaped structure. It is basidium. That's all for this section. Here is a word list for you.